Okay. ¿Qué pasó? I'm Gaio, the chivalrous chauvinist. Welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast. Sucias are my favorite. The rules are simple. If you've listened to more than 2 episodes, subscribe. And if this is your first time here, you got to stick around till the end. So this episode, the idea of it came a few weeks ago when I did an interview on the Killing Cupid podcast with host Nadia Ani. She shared some of the video files with me and I made some clips to cross-promote the interview. In one of those videos, I mentioned how I behave during dates, like a gentleman, pulling out chairs, not letting her touch door handles, and a few other things along those lines. My friend Truth, and that's Truth double O, not a U. We were texting back and forth, tossing ideas around, and I clarified a few things that I hadn't mentioned in that interview. And he replied with something along the lines of, telling a chick she isn't allowed to open doors? That sounds like simping to me, bro. No offense. Well, words don't offend me. I think less than 24 hours later, a TikTok popped up in my feed with a guy basically saying the same thing I did. You can be a gentleman, just don't let anyone walk over you. Which is another thing I harp on with the guys that I help. Set and maintain boundaries. So that conversation got me thinking, what is the difference between a nice guy and a gentleman? For the TLDR, nice guys say and gentlemen do. Now, being a gentleman is in my bones. My aunts and my mother would pull my feet in my sleep if I didn't treat a female like a lady. Things like walking on the traffic side of the sidewalk when you're accompanying any woman. See, being a gentleman isn't about being nice just to the woman you're trying to hook up with. Things like standing when she arrives or stands from the table. Now, it's been a long time and I'm not going to cheat and say, oh, this is done for this reason after I looked it up. But I do know being a gentleman boils down to you respecting the other person, that you stand when someone arrives as a courtesy to them. On that note, you do not shake hands with someone while you're sitting down. You greet them on equal footing. There's also leading your date/partner by the hand. That's another thing that I was taught. I found that leading by the base of the neck/shoulders is a lot easier, especially for crowded areas. Now, this is one of those things that's easier to show than to explain, so I'll demonstrate as soon as I have a friend that's willing to come on camera. As far as nice guys go, at least from the complaints that I've heard from female friends, they make Shakespearean claims in regards to their beauty and how the nice guy would treat them if only they'd give them a chance to take them out on a date. Now, if you've never had someone crush on you, perhaps you've seen how it plays out on TV or in a movie. The guy fawns over a girl, makes this crazy confession about his love for her, and she should give him the chance just to go out on a date to show her how she deserves to be treated. Now, this is bad on so many levels, and I would guess that 90+% of the Western civilization does not want or appreciates anything that's free or easy. Think about it. Do you appreciate or take care of something that was given to you, or what you had to put in work and effort? Now, I'm not saying it never works. There are exceptions to the rule. However, don't think that because something worked for one guy that you know back in 2004 is going to work for you. Second, confessing your feelings puts her on the spot. And most of the time, women don't like that. There is a distinction between being put on the spot and being in the spotlight. The former is being called out and caught off guard. The other is making a conscious choice to be seen. Third, you're putting pressure on her to like and accept going on a date with you when a few seconds before you opened your mouth, she had no idea you existed. And if she did know, she sure as hell didn't think of you as a viable mate, much less a sexual partner. Coming in hot with that energy, the screams, why won't you go out with me? Please be my girlfriend. Why don't you like me? That's a bit much, don't you think? Now, for the other part of it, coming in all lovey-dovey is fine if you've been together for a few months. It's in women's nature to seek a partner that is above average, and coming in sweet as candy, bright as sunshine with teddy bear kisses and unicorn farts just doesn't set you up to be as an above average male. Now, that's code for being a leader, a protector, a provider. Basically, everything about a confession is a turnoff. To add some salt to the wound, it reeks of desperation. And to kick you in the balls while you're down, it screams to women that you have no game and no experience with them. Again, this might have worked once or twice for someone you know or even yourself in the past. But be honest, did making a confession get you those 2 dates since you graduated high school? Now, I get there are women out there that would love something like this to happen to them, to have this romantic notion or this romantic confession happen to them. But usually, in their mind, they want it from a guy that they see as sexually attractive, not from some random guy that they hardly know. The harsh reality is, being a gentleman will get you more dates than being a nice guy. Why? Well, in my experience, walking up to a woman and telling her that you think she's attractive or that she has a sense of style that you find alluring, and then asking her for her number or giving her yours is far more successful than telling a woman she's the most beautiful creature I've ever seen, that she deserves. Sorry, I can't even role play that. If you're having trouble getting a date with a woman, first, you got to do an inventory. And I'm covering the basics here. Do I shower every day with soap and a washcloth? Do I wear deodorant / antiperspirant? Do I brush my teeth at least twice a day? You'd be surprised to know how many women tell me how many males approach them and they can't wait to get away from them because of their stench, which is usually their body odor, but bad breath has also been a complaint. So if you got the basics of hygiene down and still don't have any success, there are plenty of videos on YouTube on how to be witty and charismatic. Focus on that. Try not to fall into the pickup artistry, because you might be able to learn how to fake the funk long enough to get a date and maybe even get laid. In hell, you might even get into a relationship. But if you're not constantly looking to improve yourself on your own as a man, she won't see you as one, and you'll be on your own sooner than you'd like. If you like what you heard, rate this episode. If you know someone that needs to hear this, do us both a favor and share it with them. Thanks for listening in. I love y'all. You are worthy of it. Till next time, besos.